Pittsburgh is 15-2 at Paul Brown Stadium during the Marvin Lewis era here in Cincinnati. We're underway. Switzer will not run out of the end zone. 1st and 10 from the 25 for Pittsburgh. Handoff. Connor. Cut to the outside. Connor brought down. Jackson did an outstanding job at Antonio Brown last season. He's been limited in practice all week. 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Roethlisberger, pump and throw, finds the open man, Vance McDonald, and bangs his way out near the 40-yard line for a 1st down. Jesse Bates in there. 1st and 10 from the 39 for Pittsburgh. From the gun. Roethlisberger out of the pocket, pulls the trigger. Connection made at the 45. Once again, it's McDonald, and he is wrestled towards the sideline by Preston Brown. Antonio Brown sets up by himself. Running play. Connor gets stonewalled before he got to the 1st down. 3rd and 2 for Pittsburgh, opening drive of the day here in Cincinnati. Roethlisberger, he's got enough, unless they didn't get the playoff. Was a timeout called? Roethlisberger.
Yep, the timeout was called, Bird.
First timeout before the snap. This will be a 30-second timeout.
And a little discussion afterwards with Burfict and Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger lets it fly. He's got his man McDonald. It's been all McDonald. Atlanta last week, they held the Falcons to 324, a season low for the Pittsburgh D. On the ground, the cut by Connor. Bengals were ready for him. Forward progress gain of 1. He got tripped as the play was whistled dead.
That may change after today.
You think the rankings might be different?
I think so.
7th play of the drive. Roethlisberger, clean pocket. Airs it out. Down the sideline. Over the shoulder. Smith-Schuster could not haul it in. And it's 3rd and long for Pittsburgh. 3rd and 9. Out of the gun. Roethlisberger hooks a path. And Connor couldn't catch it. He tried the dump off, but there was a lot of traffic in the area. And the Steelers' drive stalls. Alex Erickson, the return man, standing at his own 8-yard line for Cincinnati. Berry trying to place this one deep in the Cincinnati territory. Fair catch called for and brought in cleanly after the 32-yard pump at a penalty marker down. Flag thrown at the 48.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 57. Penalties half the distance to the goal line. 1st down, Cincinnati.
It is Vincent Ray on special teams and Andy Dalton. They start up at the 22. Joe Mixon in the backfield. Fake it. Dalton looks. Dalton throws it away.
And was there anybody in the area? The officials are going to confer on this. We have a flag down on the opposite side of the field, the near side, away from where Dalton threw the pass.
An eligible man downfield, offense number 65. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
So Cincinnati looking at a 2nd and 10. Play fake. Dalton knocked around and incomplete. A.J. Green could not secure it. Bengals were not very good on 3rd down last week. Their defense really bailed them out. Underneath, Nixon. Steelers sniff it out. No gain. Huber, who has been so reliable through the years, right now a net average of 34.5 yards per punt. That's lowest in the NFL. Return man Ryan Switzer. Low punt. And it takes a Cincinnati roll. Huber delivers. Stops at the 16-yard line, and that's where 1st down for Pittsburgh. On the ground, Connor has nowhere to go. Lewis, the 2nd longest tenured coach in the NFL behind Bill Belichick with 1 team. 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger steps up, floats one, incomplete. Try to hit Roosevelt Nix. Roethlisberger has missed on his last 3 passes. This is a 3rd and 9 for Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger hooks a pass. Incomplete. It's through the hands of Smith-Schuster. Jordan Berry, 2nd punt. This ball bounces up in the air at the 46. And Berry didn't do much with that. 36 yards. When we get one-on-one matchups, we have to win those. Fake it. Dalton, a little floater. Nobody home. I mean, nobody.
Well, they had
8:55 to play in this first quarter. No score. Steelers and Bengals. To the ground. Room for Mixon. The spin by Mixon and a first down. Been out, missing his 4th straight game with a groin injury, and they're playing young Terrell Edmonds. Dalton on first down, trying to take advantage. Cannot hit Mixon. 2nd and 10. Dalton now 1 out of 5. On the ground, Mixon. No Giovanni Bernard today. Knee injury for Bernard. He's inactive. A 3-yard pickup for Joe Mixon. And he has really come a long way in a short period of time. 3rd and 7 now for Cincinnati. Dalton makes the connection with Uzama. Inside the Pittsburgh 30. 4 receivers set. They'll spread it. Dalton pulls the trigger. Another drop ball. A.J. Green. 7th play of the drive for Cincinnati. 2nd and 10. Bootleg. Dalton looks downfield. Nearly intercepted. The attempt by Hayden. Shotgun for Dalton on a 3rd and 10. Dalton over the middle, going up high. A.J. Green snags it. 1st and goal for Cincinnati. 19 yards on the hookup. Give is to Mixon. Physical run inside for the Oklahoma product. Nickel package here for Pittsburgh. 2nd and goal. Dalton steps and throws. Caught inside the 5 as he squeezes it in. Motion man Uzama. Dalton. End zone. Hauled in by Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals.
And the ball will hit in the end zone for the touchdown. But that's Dalton reading the defense, finding a favorable matchup. First it was A.J. Green against Vince Williams. This time it's Boyd against Chicolo.
A star at Pitt. Extra point from Randy Bullock. 3rd touchdown of the season for Boyd in his 3rd year in the league. Bullock sticks it 7-0 Cincinnati. So far in this first quarter based on field position, and the Bengals take advantage. Switch with the return man, not going to touch it. And a touchback. As TJ told us, it's all about splash plays for those two guys. Play action, Roethlisberger. Look at the time. Roethlisberger waits, fires it, ricochets off of Connor. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Pittsburgh. Connor had a huge day last week. He's got a lane. Connor cuts to the outside. Connor brought down in Cincinnati territory by the rookie Jesse Bates. Big block. First down at the Cincinnati 49. On the ground, a little trip stumble, and Connor gets it across the 45. Carolina, one of the hotter teams in the NFL. They're in a 14-point hole. 2nd and 4. Stutter step by Connor. And a crowd there. Well short of a first down. 2-yard pickup. Johnson and Burfict. This is a 3rd and 2. Roethlisberger is 3 out of 8. Moving pocket. Floats one up. Connection made with Brown and a first down. Stephen Ridley is in, the veteran, at running back. Roethlisberger to throw it. Pump and fire. The open man down low. And connection made with Grimble. Steelers are driving. 7th play for Pittsburgh. Ridley gets the call. Ridley. A couple of long strides by Ridley with a flag thrown.
Holding. Offense. Number 81. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Jesse James guilty. Bengals did have 2 defensive touchdowns last week in the same game. Knocked up in the air. And off the ricochet, it's Roethlisberger. Just how they drew it up. Dunlap with Michael Johnson as well for Cincinnati. Dunlap, they've been moving him around. We asked Ben what's different about Cincinnati. He said Dunlap. Roethlisberger hits his man, Smith-Schuster. Great touch from Big Ben. Give it to Connor. Connor rumbles to the 1. Flag down. Yards.
Holding. Defense. Number 97. They'll probably be half the distance to the goal line from the end of the run. First down.
First and goal at the 1. Looking for the equalizer. Connor pounds it in for Pittsburgh.
The offensive line, big and powerful. They feel they got the advantage over the lighter defensive line of the Bengals. It showed on that play.
So Chris Boswell on for the extra point. These have not been gimmies. And he knocks it through for Pittsburgh. And the difference with these two teams, Cincinnati talked at great length about maintaining composure in this matchup against Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin said, hey, we just didn't talk about the rivalry a whole lot this week. He thought the young guys, if they didn't know what it was all about, they'd figure it out. Tied at 7. Dalton from the 25, out of the pocket. Dalton dunks one, caught by Mixon. And Mixon out of bounds. That would be a huge hit. Sends the ball in, 2nd and 2. Mixon has a first down. 6-yard pickup, new set of downs for Cincinnati. Dalton play action. Dalton steps up. Dalton gets thumped. A sack at the 35-yard line. 2nd and 14. There's room. Joe Mixon, the acceleration into Pittsburgh territory. And Bobby Hart, but they're holding up. They're doing it without their starting center, Billy Price. Dalton in stride, hits Mixon. First year out of Miami. They'll get the call. Stacked up. Dime package here for Pittsburgh. 3rd and 5 for Cincinnati. Dalton floats it. The attempt by Boyd as he went airborne. Broken up. Switzer averaging 10.1 yards per return. The former Dallas Cowboy. Fair catch at the 11. That's where Pittsburgh will have it after the 31-yard punt. He is 7 of 12 for 73 yards. Looking to throw. Roethlisberger knocked up. The ball nearly landed on Jesse James. It's incomplete. Vontaze perfect. 2nd and 10 for the Steelers. Back to Connor. He's got a blocker. Brought down from behind by Preston Brown. That's a 2-yard pickup for Connor. 3rd and 8. Cincinnati stacks. Out of the gun. Roethlisberger. High pass handled by Switzer. Very close to a first down. And a flag down.
There's a challenge flag thrown by Mike Tomlin.
Pittsburgh is challenging the ruling on the field. The runner was short of the line to gain.
Cleve Blakeman just announced the ruling on the field stands, so Pittsburgh short of the line to gain. Mike Tomlin loses a timeout. Steelers have 1 remaining. Jordan Berry will punt it. Erickson waiting for it at the 31. This one is a sailing kick. Erickson backpedals all the way to the 15. Flag down. Erickson is tackled at the 31-yard line.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Return team number 20. The penalty's half the distance to the goal line. First down, Cincinnati.
7 apiece with 8:22 to go. 2nd quarter. A 5-receiver set here for the Bengals. Dalton pulls the trigger. Incomplete. Looking for Boyd. But you wonder what kind of role it's playing for Andy Dalton and Ben Roethlisberger. Dalton hits Uzama. From the gun. Dalton. A laser. A.J. Green with a flag thrown.
Trying to figure this one out.
For a defensive hold on the play. The ball was in the air. Play stands as called.
So they'll pick it up. It's irrelevant for Cincinnati. The coordinator here for the Bengals. Previous stops in Philadelphia and Miami. Play action. Dalton steps up. Dalton in trouble. Brought down by the ankle. And it's big Javon Hargrave. Joe Mixon sets up as a receiver. Dalton on 2nd and 15. He's got Uzama. Gang tackled as he crossed the 30-yard line. It covers 9 yards. 3rd and 6 for Cincinnati. Under 6 minutes to go, first half. Dalton, step and throw. Dropped! Sixth-round pick in 2016 out of Ole Miss. 4th down. Switzer, returnable. Trying to turn the corner, and he veers out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Now, the rain has gotten heavier over the last few minutes. Roethlisberger. Protection holds up on a dump-off for McDonald. Vance McDonald slips away. McDonald grinds it out along the sideline and into Cincinnati territory at the 49. And the Steelers in business for the first down in Cincinnati territory. Roethlisberger, deep drop. A high toss handled by Jesse James for a modest gain. 4 yards for Pittsburgh on the Cincinnati sideline. They worked him in 53% of the plays last week. Spin move by Connor. And he is bottled up. No gain on the play for Pittsburgh.
Got his helmet on.
Antonio Brown has 1 catch for the Steelers. Roethlisberger trying to set up his receivers, and does. McDonald is killing Cincinnati. It was just a matter of getting him healthy. It's been a huge part of the game plan so far today. Fresh set of downs. Roethlisberger, deep shot, looking. Antonio Brown, it's too far. Kirkpatrick down the sideline, step for step.
A few crafty little tools there by Kirkpatrick.
2nd and 10. Short toss. Connor trying to create after the catch. Down at the 30, hit by Sean Williams. Long count for Roethlisberger. Steps. Rainbow. Battle for it. Oh, Smith-Schuster comes away with it for the touchdown.
Right around his helmet, pins the ball to the helmet, then bounces off of Denard into the end zone. They're going to say he's down inside the 1.
Was he? He lands on Denard. There's the helmet. Where's the football?
Well, this is worth a challenge. It's not a scoring play.
Under 2 minutes. So this comes from upstairs.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field that stands is called. 1st and goal from the half-yard line. Please put 10 seconds on the play clock. 10 seconds on the play clock.
They go with Nix in front of Connor. It will be Connor going up in the air. Connor, touchdown. Bengals thought they stonewalled him. Connor breaks the plane.
He didn't get in by much, but when he lands in the end zone across the plane.
Caps off an 8-play, 75-yard drive with his 2nd touchdown of the day. Boswell splits the uprights. Steelers ended up being better off if the ball was spotted inside the 1. They got to use a little more clock and less time for Cincinnati to work with. This is Erickson on the return. Erickson. Excellent down the sideline as Boswell had to get involved on the tackle. We've got a flag on the play.
Kicking team, number 25. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the return. First down, Cincinnati.
Add insult to injury. And Evan Cincinnati opens up at the Pittsburgh 44 with an even minute to play. Dalton, shotgun. Over the middle, A.J. Green spilled out at the 40 by Hilton. On a 2nd and 5 for Cincinnati. Still have 2 timeouts. Dalton works the sideline perfectly to Uzama. Dime package here for Pittsburgh. New set of downs for Cincinnati. 50 seconds to play. First half. 5 receivers set. Dalton. A quick one over the middle. Tackle avoided by Boyd. And gets some extra yards. Just short of the first down. Halftime report. 2nd and 1 for the Bengals. A jump there by Watt. The floater to Green for a first down. Alden has been perfect on the drive. Line of scrimmage is the Pittsburgh 14. Dalton, shotgun. Dalton will take a shot. End zone. Caught by Boyd. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
by Tyler Boyd. Not much of a move there at all. Slow reaction by Burns. He was expecting some type of post route. But you can see the protection and again the quick delivery and the Bengals score. What a response to the Steelers touchdown.
Extra point, Bullock. Hey, just good, hard football in a 14-14 game. Bullock kicks it off. Switzer for Pittsburgh. And forced out of bounds. Catches for 41 yards. And the Steelers will take a knee and let time run out here at the end of the first half. The Bengals 4-1, leading the AFC North. The Steelers 2-1. And Cincinnati will get the football to start the second half. Have controlled this matchup, 6 straight wins, 8 out of the last 9 in Pittsburgh's favor. Bengals will get the football first after the kick by Boswell. Erickson will take it out of the end zone. Erickson to the sideline. Erickson having an impact on special teams for Cincinnati.
And everybody involved.
Just underway here in the third quarter. And there is Mixon getting the call, slipping through. This game has been called more pass happy than run happy for Cincinnati. Dalton fake it, step and throw. Incomplete. Dalton floats it with a flag down. Uzama, the intended receiver. And Cameron Sutton there with it.
Offside, defense, number 90. The 5-yard penalty, replay, third down.
With Mixon in the backfield. Give it to Mixon. He is met right away and driven backwards. Needed a yard, didn't get it. He said, yeah, you got fined. He didn't believe him.
Check the internet, TJ.
After the event, he checks his phone and yes, he got fined the 20 grand. Mark of the third quarter. Give to Connor. 2 rushing touchdowns today. Connor, no room to work with. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. 2nd and 8, Roethlisberger. He hits Jesse James short of a first down. Cincinnati's defense has been in a 4-4-3. And this is a 3rd and 3 for Pittsburgh. Out of the gun, Roethlisberger. Quick toss to the outside. Xavier Grimble. Out of bounds, but Grimble's got a first down and a little bit more. Hardy Nickerson on the chase down. First down for the Steelers. 5 receiver set. Roethlisberger fires it to Antonio Brown. 4 defenders in the area. Under 11 minutes to go in the third. 6 straight completions for Roethlisberger. Play action. Roethlisberger. Home run ball. Looking for Smith-Schuster. Cannot haul it in. Kirkpatrick holds up for Cincinnati. Not a great route runner yet. 2nd and 10. Connor's got a hole and a cut. Connor fighting for extra yards. First down to the 35. 11-yard pickup. First down for the Steelers at the 35-yard line of Cincinnati. From the gun. Short pass on a dart to Brown. Dragged down after the gain of 4. 8th play of the drive. Roethlisberger hooks a pass deep and too far for Brown. Penalty marker down.
Prior to the pass, holding defense, number 22. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down for Pittsburgh.
It's Jackson on the hold. Pectoral out of Houston. First down for the Steelers. Connor down the sideline. Connor spills to the goal line. And he's down there inside the 1.
That ball looked like it crossed the goal line.
Steelers line up. Connor tries to find a hole and it's not there. Nix in front of Connor. Fake it. Roethlisberger through the air. Incomplete. Jesse James in the corner. The intended target. On third down. Nixon, Connor in the backfield. Give it to Connor. Tossed backwards. The Cincinnati defense. Here for Boswell, it's 21 yards. He connects. Erickson, the return man, and he's been a difference maker here for Cincinnati. From the 4. Oh, he got clobbered as he crossed the 25. Holds on to it. Nix.
We'll have a timeout anyway, but now he only has one challenge remaining.
Andy Dalton throwing on first down. He hits Erickson on the outside, and he's out of bounds. Dan, you've now seen it.
Big hit.
Second and 8. Loss. Cincinnati. Ground game has just not been there for Joe Mixon. They have held him in check for the most part. A 17-yard run, his longest, but he's got 8 carries. Dime package here for Pittsburgh. 3rd and 10 for Cincinnati. Dalton over the middle. Incomplete. Uzama. And Switzer waiting for it at his own 32-yard line. Huber gets all of it. Switzer working the perimeter and ducks out of bounds as he crossed the 20. And Pittsburgh with the football, 1st and 10 at its own 24. Connor, good cut, dishing out some punishment, and still going. Pushed from behind, he's got a first down. 100 yards on the button, 2 touchdowns, over 5 yards per carry. Trying to bounce it. Stephen Ridley keeps the legs churning for 2. Needs it. Sean Williams banged up. Fedulum is in. Play fake. Roethlisberger looks, pump, throw, deep ball, and nobody there. Is he throwing it to the official? No. Incomplete. And that would be Bates and Hubbard. 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger, a rifle. Juju Smith-Schuster. First down into Cincinnati territory. Hit by Bates. First down at the Cincinnati 45. Connor sets up as a receiver. Work it to the other side, and Jesse James chopped down. And it's perfect from Lewis to keep him on the straight and narrow. Flag down. This play never happens on a 2nd and 9.
I think Vance McDonald flinched.
False start. Offense. Number 89. 5-yard penalty. Replay. 2nd down.
Steelers have been at their best in the 2nd and 3rd quarters this season. Roethlisberger, dump off, McDonald. And as he left his feet, he was met. Years with the Bengals getting checked out.
That's a matchup you might like. A linebacker, Evans, on Antonio Brown.
Underneath, Connor to the 40-yard line, 5 yards short. Jordan Berry will punt it. Alex Erickson waiting at the 9. Flags down. Fair catch called for, with 2 penalty markers thrown at the 43-yard line.
Holding. Kicking team number 57. The penalty will be forced 10 yards from the end of the kick. First down, Cincinnati.
They trail 17-14. Final moments of the 3rd. Dalton squeezes through. Dalton flips it, a high one. Tyler Boyd with the grab. A flag down. Steelers are pointing in Cincinnati's direction. We'll announce it.
Offense, number 77.
Coming back.
10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Cordy Glenn.
This is the end.
Yeah, that happens so often when the quarterback.
We start the 4th quarter. Pittsburgh 17, Cincinnati 14. Here at Paul Brown Stadium. Dalton throws on a line. It's complete. Tyler Boyd at the 20-yard line. In the 4th quarter, a plus 38-point differential. They trail the Steelers by 3. Dalton sets and fires. Low throw is handled by A.J. Green on a sliding catch at the 34. 5 catches, 55 yards for the 7-time Pro Bowler. On the ground, Joe Mixon breaks a tackle. Mixon hit from behind at midfield. Bud Dupree, and a first down at the 50. Dalton, quick hitter on the sideline. Boyd's got it. He'll operate out of the slot. Mark Walton in. Sets up next to Dalton. Trying to dance. And the Steelers would have none of it. No gain on the play. Dalton on third down. Not a great throw, but Boyd adjusts. And he's got it for a first down.
4 for 4 on this drive. Reminiscent of that drive at the end of the first half.
They work Mixon in. Shake and bake move for 2 yards. Brought down by Stephon Tuitt. Andy Dalton is closing in on moving into second place on the Bengals all-time passing list. It's not going to happen here. Andy Dalton is devoured. Stephon Tuitt, first man there for Pittsburgh. And third down and 15 for Cincinnati. Dalton deep drop. Dalton fires. Knocked up in the air. Incomplete. Green, the intended receiver. Joe Hayden got his hand on it. Steelers 17, Bengals 14 with 9:20 to play in the fourth. Pittsburgh with the football. Give it to Connor. Shot out of a cannon. James Conner with a first down run. Jesse Bates is in there along with Kirkpatrick and Jackson in the secondary. No Denard. Dump off. Conner. And he's tossed by Preston Brown on the play. 8:31 to go. They lead at 17-14 with an even 8 minutes to play. 2nd and 8. Pump and toss to Conner. Gets to the outside. And Conner is slammed down by Dunlap. Shotgun. Roethlisberger. Soft toss to the outside. Caught by Jesse James. First down, Steelers. First down for Pittsburgh. We're down to 6.5 left to go in the fourth. Pumped by Roethlisberger, gets out of trouble. Roethlisberger looking downfield, scans, deep ball, throwing, knocked away. James Washington, the intended receiver, and William Jackson. 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger pulls the trigger and hits his man, Antonio Brown. Look out! Brown cutting to the outside, and he's out of bounds. Big play when they needed it. Antonio Brown, the catch and run. And Dre Kirkpatrick also came to the sideline for Cincinnati. On first down, play fake. Roethlisberger on the move. Incomplete. Jesse James snuffed out by Fedulum and a flag down.
Eagle man downfield. Offense. Number 66. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Steelers had one shot at Cincinnati without them. Roethlisberger sets and throws on a short toss to Juju Smith-Schuster for 5 yards. Out of the gun, Roethlisberger. 2nd and long. Roethlisberger underneath. Jesse James hit just short of the 5 by Jesse Bates. Game right here. Here they come. Roethlisberger flips it out. McDonald loses the ball. And the Steelers jump on top of it. Juju Smith-Schuster. He's dealt with the yips. Straight through. And Pittsburgh adds to its lead because this is still a one-score game. Boswell kicks it off. And this one over the head of Erickson. Cincinnati will have it at the 25-yard line. Steelers 20, Bengals 14. 5 receiver set on a first down from the 25. Dalton puts it in the air. Incomplete. Trying to hit A.J. Green. Coming from behind in the fourth quarter. They've done it more than any other team in the NFL, starting with last season. Dump off. Mixon spun down by Vince Williams. The open field tackle after the 6-yard pickup. Consecutive games until missing the game last week with a hamstring issue. This is a 3rd and 4 for Cincinnati. Dalton. Complete. Uzama. First down, Bengals. Down to 2.5 remaining. Dalton. A rainbow is incomplete and a flag down. Artie Burns having some issues. And it was a matchup with Alex Erickson.
Dalton didn't forget that.
Defense, number 25. Ball he placed, the spotted foul. First down, Cincinnati.
Erickson's got good quickness here. Burns was in good shape there. Look back at the ball too early.
25 to play here in the fourth. Can the Bengals come up with fourth quarter magic? Dalton through the hands of Mixon, incomplete. Dalton works out of the gun. Dalton swings it over the middle. It's caught. Tyler Boyd. First down just inside the 35. The Bengals are on the move. First down for Cincinnati. They trail by 6. From the gun. Dalton throws a deep one. Incomplete. Core, the intended receiver, down the sideline.
With A.J. Green in the slot here.
Dalton tosses to Green. First down. Sean Davis. A minute 28 to play. 20-14 Steelers. Dalton fires to the outside. Green with the catch, and he's out of bounds.
Green, man on man.
Shotgun. On a give. Mixon powers through. Touchdown Bengals. The Cardiac Cats.
To get into the end zone. Watch the pad level go low. Breaks the plane and scores.
Harris will snap it. Huber the holder. Bullock knocks it through. Cincinnati 21, Pittsburgh 20.
Can't be thinking about the what ifs.
Bullock kicks it off. Switzer's going to take it out 2 yards deep. Switzer slowed down and tackled short of the 25. Antonio Brown matched up with Jackson. Roethlisberger underneath. It's complete to Juju Smith-Schuster. We're down to 48 seconds left after the 8-yard pickup through the air. 2nd and 2. Roethlisberger. Deep ball sideline. Incomplete. Justin Hunter, a tall target. Relaying instructions. Roethlisberger outside. Great hands. Smith-Schuster. First down grab. Trying to get into Boswell territory. They need 24 yards. Shotgun. Roethlisberger. Low throw. Incomplete. At the feet of Vance McDonald. Roethlisberger looking. Errant pass in the direction of Connor, and it's 3rd and 10 for the Steelers. 29 seconds left. From the gun. Roethlisberger out of the pocket. Looks. Roethlisberger fires downfield. Too high. Flag is down.
They're going to get holding in the secondary against the Bengals.
Holding. Defense, number 27. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
A huge call against Dre Kirkpatrick.
He's got good coverage here. Now Roethlisberger comes out of the pocket.
Roethlisberger floats it upstairs. It's caught. Smith-Schuster. And he is down at the 31.
Bengals showing blitz.
Roethlisberger lets it fly. Oh, Antonio Brown is gone. Touchdown. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Brilliant.
With a little bit of a screen right there on Tony McRae, and that's all Antonio Brown needs.
On the blitz, the Steelers. Extraordinary.
Nobody home in the middle of the field, but again, it was Hunter with a bit of a pick right there on McRae. And see ya.
Moving pocket, Roethlisberger buying time. Back of the end zone, he was out. Jesse James. Spurd is pointing.
It was an incomplete pass. However, prior to that, we had holding defense number 57. Penalties half the distance to the goal line, and we'll replay the try.
Because Ben was extending the play.
2-point try. Underneath, walking in, Juju Smith-Schuster. 28-21 Pittsburgh, 10 seconds left. 5-1, and now they're staring at 4-2 with a gut punch at home. Boswell, the booming kick. And now looking for a miracle. Final seconds, Dalton throws to the outside and getting out of bounds, Uzomah. So 5 seconds left. 5 seconds. Dalton throws the deep one, incomplete, and it's over. The Pittsburgh Steelers' dominance over the Cincinnati Bengals continues. Hard-fought 28-21 victory for Pittsburgh. The Bengals dropped to 4-2. Pittsburgh improves to 3-2-1.